Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We will start the class with dua, and if you can recite with me, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي علمني ما هو خير عندك. O my Lord, teach me what is best for me in your knowledge. So what we are going to do is just quickly go over last week's class as a reminder. We talked about recitational errors. They can be divided into two broad categories. Firstly, the errors which cause a change in the meaning of a word and can easily and generally be noticed by readers of the Holy Quran. Secondly, the errors which affect the vocal beauty of the Arabic accent. And these are, the noon gunna and the lengthening and the shortening and the stopping. These are errors can be noticed by those who are well versed in the rules of tajweed. We are going to cover in this course mostly the first type of errors, but we will also mention some of the rules of tajweed as we go along. Now, what we didn't do last week was to show you the difference it makes, the examples of the difference it makes in the meanings if you pronounce it differently. For example, an abta, you blessed. An abtu, that tu, so I blessed. So a simple change, you can see the difference it makes in the meaning. Al-birru, righteousness, and al-barru is dry land. It's completely different meaning. Then we have munzirin, warners, munzarin, warned ones. And then this category of errors that we make is if we prolong a letter when it should not be prolonged. Like, for example, qala, he said. But if you say qala, they said, it is two. Dual, they said. And then la raiba, no doubt. But if you don't pronounce that la there, it becomes la raiba. Definitely there is a doubt. Maliki is king, like in Surah Nas, Malikin Nas. But Maliki is an attribute of Allah, master of the day of judgment. Maliki Yawmiddin, master of the day of judgment. So the meaning changes. Kafuran, ungrateful. Kafuran, temper. So difference. Ayatun and ayatun. Here I've pronounced ayatun wrong as well. Ayatun. That should not be pronounced, and I pronounced it by mistake. Ayatun. Signs. That's the sign, and these are plural signs. Fa'ala. He did, they both did. So it makes a difference. The third is the change in a sakin letter to a mutarik and vice versa. So look at this. Khalaqana. See a difference here? That qa, because it's qalqala, it has to be done as a double. Khalaqa. But it's different from khalaqa. it's very similar, but khalaqna, khalaqana, it's different. And then darabana, he hit us, darabna. And that ba, there's a sound like a double because of a kalkala, rab, darab. Number 4, not making a difference between similar sounding letters and so pronouncing a different letter. This may lead to a change in the meanings. So please reflect over the following examples. Qul, he says, or say. Kul is to eat. That kaf is kul, and this kaf is with the throttle. Qul, qul, say. Kul, eat. Ameen is blind. Ameen is trustworthy. Ameen is trustworthy. Ameen is blind. So ain with the throttle sound is blind. Ameen, ameen. And then ajalun, haste. Ajalun, time. And again ain, ajalun, and ajalun. Al-amilin, workers. Al-amilin, hopers. So again, that al-amilin, you need to practice these because these are very important, and it will come. If you don't know, it will come with practice. Al-amilin is hopers. Yajhadun, again ha, this ha is pronounced, it's normal, yajhadun. But this ha is yajhadu. Yajhadu, yajhadu, with a throttle sound, ha. And this one, yajha, normal sound. And this one, qa, from the throat, qal, qalbun is heart. And kalbun, without any throat, straight cough, kalbun is dog. Now, we went over this last week, but we will just go over this quickly. No more than 1 second. These kataba, balagha, fataha, shajara, sabara, no more than 1 second. Same with these kasra, shari, ba, la, bi, tha, ba, la, di, a, zi, na, a, mi, la. And then fu'ila, ya, ha, bu, qu, ti, la, su, I, la. That E is not an, it's pronounced with an alif. The sound of an alif, not an an. It's not so I, la, is su, I, la. Ju, mi, a. Now we come to this vertical fatah. This thing here is known as the vertical fatah. This has to be pronounced 2 seconds. Adamu, not Adamu, Adamu. Alimu. This one here. Alimu. Ala. Ala. And this one, kalamu. You have to be careful here. Sometimes people say kalamu, which is also wrong. Kalamu. Kalamu. So that's 1 second. That's 2 seconds. Kalamu. Khaliqu. Khaliqu. Then we go to this one here. This is a vertical kasra, which is this here. This is known as a vertical kasra. This up here is a vertical fatah. And vertical kasra, like vertical fatah, also has to be pronounced 2 seconds. B, that is B, ya, the, he. So you have to pronounce this B, ya, the, he, amalihi, bihi, ilafi. That's 2 seconds, 2 seconds, ilafi, and that's 1 second. Hazihi, that's 2 seconds, 1 second. 2 seconds. Ha, zihi. And then inverse dhamma. Whenever you get this inverse dhamma, the inverse dhamma has to be pronounced 2 seconds again. Mala'ahu, falahu, kitabahu. That 1 second. Sorry, 2 seconds. Kitabahu, 2 seconds here, 2 seconds there. Kitabahu, yarahu, 2 seconds. Ma'ahu, again 2 seconds. Then we come to the elongations of this, what we call the alif. If there's an alif that appears before a letter, then we have to elongate with 2 seconds as well. It's almost like a vertical fatha. So that is iyaka, iyaka, la raiba. Again, la raiba, illa, Allah, khala. And then we have this thing is behaving like an inverse dhamma. 2 seconds again. Qu amanu, 2 seconds here. Amanu, dharu, kanu. That is 2 seconds, and that's 2 seconds. Kafaru, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. So that's all 1 second. And then this is 2 seconds. Kafaru. And then do not prolong more than 2 seconds if a ya of elongation appears next to it. So here's a ya. So yuhi. That wow is also 2 seconds, and so is this. Yuhi. And then this e. Yassirli, that's 2 seconds there. Yassirli amri, 2 seconds. Rabbi, 2 seconds there. Now we have this meme and noon. Now this is where the tajweed, the rules come in. It sort of beautifies the recitation of the Holy Quran, and this is called noon gunna, and this is where you pronounce the meme and the noon, and you hold that that sound in so it's like a nasal sound. So it says makkanna. You got to hold that for 2 seconds, where there's a noon or a meme. Makkanna. So that vertical fatha is also 2 seconds, and then this here, makkanna, the noon gunna, you have to hold it for 2 seconds. In fact, I haven't pronounced the next word, which I should also be 2 seconds. Makkannahu. And this one, again, summun. And this one, mannan. If we were to stop there, then it will be manna. But this is pronounced as mannan. And this one, a'immatan. And this one, fa'atamma. When we join this with this, that is 2 seconds. But make sure that this is in 2 seconds. It's not fa'atamma, which will be wrong. Fa'atamma, fa'atammahunna. This also is 2 seconds, so you got 2 of them here. Fa'atammahunna. So meme and noon, when there is a mushaddid, do not pronounce meme and noon mushaddid without gunna. So we have to have a gunna sound. But now there is a rule here. If there is a lam Do not pronounce gunna if noon sakin or tanween appears before a lam or a ra. You have to practice this, and you will only it will come to you naturally after some practice. If there is a lam or a ra, this noon becomes silent. It's not pronounced. So it's not milla. Many people make this mistake. They say ashhadu an la. No, there's a noon and lam. Ashhadu an la. They pronounce the noon. Ashhadu an la is ashhadu Allah. And this one here is not milla, it's milla. Milladunka. Milladunka. There is a slight nun gunna sound here because of that kaf, but that's later. But this one is milladunka. Mir Rabbi. Again, noon and ra. Remember, it's just lam and ra. When there is mushaddad, this mushaddad here on lam or ra, then the noon is silent. The tanween is silent. The noon gunna is silent. So it's mir Rabbi. Shidadullah. Now normally that will be shidadun. But because of the lam, that lam there, it becomes shidadul. No noon gunna. Shidadullah. So that one of them disappears. It just becomes shidadul. Then you have malla. That's gone. It's just malla. No noon gunna. So we will come to these practices later on, and then you will all have a chance to recite them. Let's go this one here. Pronounce gunna not less than 2 seconds if noon sakin or tanween appears before a ya with shadda or waw with shadda. What it's saying is that if you have this here ya or a waw with a shadda, then you have to hold it for 2 seconds. Always hold it for at least 2 seconds, not less than 2 seconds. So this becomes may yu'minu. This one here, may yu'minu. And this one, miwa. Miwa. This noon with a nasal sound, nun gunna. That's the nasal sound is called nun gunna. Miwa. In fact, that alif makes it also 2 seconds. So it will be miwalin. And then narawa. That's 2 seconds. Narawa. And make sure when you do this mushaddid that you don't prolong this. Many people do that. They make a mistake here. They say narawa. It should be narawa. And then hadiyan. Again, 2 seconds there. 1 second there. Hadiyan. And then 2 seconds. Now we come to this thing called the mad saghir. Saghir is small. And there is down here you can see this sign here. This is called mad kabir. This is the long, the big stretch. But let's look at this squiggly line. Wherever you see the squiggly line there, that is 3 seconds. And this line here, this mad kabir, that is 4 seconds. So I'm doing this together so we can see the difference. So whenever you see this squiggly line, think of it as 3 seconds. It has to be 3 seconds. Can't be 2 seconds. It cannot be 4 seconds. It has to be 3. So ghaybihi aghada or aghadan. 2 seconds here. 1 second here. غيبه أغدا يا بني آدم يا بني آدم So 3 seconds. So it's going to be longer. In other words, that is longer than this, but shorter than this. So it has to be in between the two. And here, Ya ayyuha. And they here, ila ahlihi. 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Ila ahlihi. Now we come to Mad Kabir. Now this here is not pronounced al-haqqa. Because of this mad, you have to pronounce this 4 seconds, but somehow you have to join them together. So it will be al-haqqa. You see, it will be 4 seconds, but then at the end you are joining it together. You know, it's not separate. Al-haqqa. You need to practice this on your own, and also by listening to other recordings. Al-haqqa. And same here. Was-saffatu. That's 2 seconds, but that will be 4 seconds joined with this. Was-saffatu. And then this one, ja'a. This is not ayn, it is alif, but a jerking alif. Ja'a. And this one, Allah or Allahu. And then we come to this. Kaf ha ya ayn sad. So kaf ha ya ayn sad. So it's not ka ha ya asa. Common mistakes people make if you say barrun birrun. एक हरकत को दूसरी हरकत से ना बदलें. So gharurun ghururun. Be careful. Gha and ghu are different. Gharurun ghururun. Munzirin munzarin. Remember, notice that I did a holding sound because of a nun gunna here, and that nun is joined with because of the zal here. So munzarin. Now there are in Arabic, in the Holy Quran, there are some silent letters, and here we see like this waw is a silent letter. These are truly silent letters, so make sure that you do not pronounce it. So when you say li, it's wrong. It's li. That is not pronounced. Do not add a blank letter in the pronunciation. So li. And also similarly with this ya, that ya is also silent. Li. It's not li, or it's not li. And this one here is not ulaika, it's ulaika. Same here, that is silent. Sa'urikum. That's 2 seconds there, but the rest is all 1 second. Sa'urikum. Same here. Lu. There is an exception when you have this alif. Now normally you say ana, but this alif is an exception to the rule. To the rule when Allah says, when you say ana, me, I am. Ana means me. So it is ana, not ana. That is an exception to the rule, and you have to remember that. Do not pronounce an alif if it appears before a small noon in continuous reading. So this noon here, do not pronounce the alif, and that alif is silent if you are going to pronounce this noon here. So if you say qawmanillahu, qawmanillahu, so it's a continuous, then you will not pronounce that alif. This will be something you have to remember again. When you go back on this revision, you have to remember this. So this one will be la wanin fadhu. Again, la wanin fadhu. That's silent. And this one, mathala nil qawmi. Mathala nil qawmi. That noon is pronounced, that's not pronounced. Another rule that you have to remember is, again, you have to have some understanding of Arabic, although you may not have to know the full meaning of the words, but you have an idea of what is a full word and what is not a full word. So do not split a word and start in the middle because of a correction or a short of breath. So you should not stop somewhere here. فَأَسْقَيْنَاكُمُ, that's in the middle of, that's one word. فَأَسْقَيْنَاكُمُ, and then فَحَاسَبْنَاهَا أَسْكِنُوهُنَّ, أَسْكِنُوهُنَّ. Do not prolong a hamza. Okay, I think the time is now ended, and we will now end the meeting because we've only got a few seconds. So, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.